Hey guys, how's it going? I don't want to have to make this video, but there's too much fucked up stuff going on, and it's been happening again online. Everybody's talking about this topic, everyone's discussing it, and it's frustrating because I'd rather be talking about more substantial things. Instead, here I am addressing this stuff that's happening online again. I didn't expect it to escalate like this. The usual suspects are involved. I did not think that that person would do that. It's been getting worse and worse. So what am I talking about? Okay, maybe there needs to be a bit of backstory. There's been a huge uproar this week and a huge issue on Twitter and on YouTube. And this issue has involved some people you probably know, some people that I know. They've been kind of talking about this thing and then displaying sort of behaviors that they have in the past, but then it's also really gotten a lot worse this week and last week, and some of it's pretty unethical. I don't think that someone in particular that I trusted has been very fair, or has been very kind, or has been very nice. A lot of outrage and a lot of anger, and now people are going back and forth about this. I just had to comment on it and I had to say something. I always expect better. I expect better. I got a Patreon, by the way, and the thing is, it's always been bad. It's always been bad. I remember a year ago it was bad, 2 years ago it was bad, 3 years ago it was bad, 4 years ago it was bad, 5 years ago it was bad, 6 years ago it was bad, 7 years ago it was bad, 8 years ago it was bad, 9 years ago it was bad, 10 years ago it was pretty bad, 11 years ago it was bad, 12 years ago it was bad, 13 years ago it was bad, 14 years ago it was bad, 15 years ago, have I already said 15? No, yeah. I can't remember, I have to check the tape. It was bad. And 16 years ago, guess what? It was bad then too. And also 17 years ago, people were being, like, unfair. There was sort of this outrage kind of thing. And then 18 years ago, it was bad. And 19 years ago, it was bad. And then 20 years ago, even 20 years ago. And 21 years ago, and 22 years ago, and 23 years ago, and 24 years ago, and 25 years ago, and 26 years ago, 27 years ago, 28, 29, 30 years ago, it was bad. But I didn't expect this week for it all to come to a head, and then I had to make a video about this, and now you're gonna be seeing me on Twitter being like, what's the deal? Sad, disappointing. These are words that we could use to describe the situation. And next week, I may have to talk about this again, just like 30 years ago I would have, just like 40 years, 50 years. 200 years ago. Next week, the week after, and then the next year. Maybe it'll be even worse. And I just find that really surprising and disappointing. I'm disappointed in how this has turned out. And I hope recording this message, I won't need to just generically spam it every single week, because it will always apply. You may see me online this week being a little bit frustrated. And you know who? They're front and center, of course. As I said, I didn't expect this person to ever be this bad. Of course, they have been bad in the past, so it makes sense. Keep an eye out for that. Tough situation all around. Tell me what you think about what's been happening. What do you think of the people involved? What do you think of my comment on it? What do you think of donating to my Patreon? I could use the money. What do you think of sending in those super chats if I ever stream again? Anyways, I'll see you on Twitter, and we'll probably be arguing about this. Getting nowhere, as usual. We'll figure out the controversy there. See you later.